Welcome back to the We Are Famous show. I'm your host, Simbo. This is my partner, CL. What's up, CL?
In the building, in the flesh. What's happening, big dog?
Ah, man, look, there's some things going on in this sports world, man, and we just trying to, knock them down. You know what I'm saying? Look, if we go be the best, we got to talk about the best, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, today we gonna talk about who are the two best big men in the NBA right now, and if you've been watching the Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets, your answer should be clearer than the night with the moon in the sky.
Hmm.
Nikola Jokic and rising star Alperen Segun, Houston's own Al P. What's up, Sia? What
What
you
it do,
got
baby?
going on, man? What's up?
Yes, sir. H
so,
Town for Leo. H Town for life,
I
baby. We
I
here.
mean, I mean, them my two big men. Do you have anybody else that I'm
Man, hey, them two guys, when it come down to playing the big man position, that's how the big man position supposed to be played. And them both, they both personify what how big men supposed to play. And
right?
very competitive.
And I know you got an honorable mention in the Fantastic Frenchman, but he played big man a little different. So this ain't about
Yeah.
him. We go stick to the Joker and
I'm,
Alpy. What
yeah.
we call him in
Yeah.
Houston, Alpy. You
I-
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about these big man with a little girth to them. These boys got some girth to them, and they don't mind backing you down doing what a big man supposed to do. That's how the real big man supposed to play.
Well, let's look at it for a little bit. Let's do a little comparison. It's no
Okay.
surprise. Joker here, world champion, three-time MVP. Hey man, the man is a basketball genius. Right now, he the undisputed king of the big men. But what's fascinating is to see the comparisons drawn to Segun. You know what I mean? It's not a lazy comparison neither. I mean, do you compare? I compare them. What you think? You think they similar?
They similar in a whole bunch of ways, man, because they both can do everything on the court. They pass the ball, they rebound the ball, they shoot the ball, they back it down. They can do everything on the court, man. So I love to see those two guys, especially playing against each other, the way they do their competitive nature, man. I love to see it, man. But they are very similar in the way they play, in their style of play.
Well, let's look at the skill set, like you say. Segun, they off the Kyle and Baby Joker. He has the same incredible court vision. He got that throwback post game. He operate from the high post to the low post. He initiate the offense. He find cutters. He hit those behind the back no look passes. He do the same thing as Joker, man. And the numbers are starting to back it up too. Segun got an unbelievable leap in his development. His scoring, his assists, all that has picked up, man. I don't know if it's because he played in that World Championship over the summer in Europe when he gave Joker the business. Hey man, he didn't leap from last year to this year.
Yeah, yeah. He made outstanding leaps, great leaps. Like I say, and you can tell in the summertime he working on his game. Some of these guys they in the strip clubs making it rain and doing all kind of other stuff. Only thing he making rain is them buckets in the off season, shooting, working on his game, and it shows. It shows that that's what he doing in the off season. That's the only thing he doing in the off season, working on his game, making it rain, and that's why everything in the game slowing down, becoming so easy to him, and it looks so easy. Some of them shots he hit with them 1 foot ballerina shots and all that take time in the gym. You don't just learn it there that day. That take time being in the gym doing putting that work in. He definitely putting that work in, and you can see it when he play.
Well, don't get it tangled and twisted. Joker, his legacy secure. He Finals MVP. He got multiple league MVPs. He's still, pretty much the gold standard. But
Mhm.
old boy on his bumper. You know,
Right.
they fun to watch.
Yes.
In the NBA that's dominated by 3 pointers and isolation plays, these two slow the game down. They got footwork like the dream. I'm not saying they
Mhm.
are the dream, but both of them got nice footwork. They work the angles. Their basketball IQ is very high. To me, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I love basketball. So when
Right.
I said it's my favorite sport, and somebody compared me like I was doing a old Sugar Hill game rap.
Basketball is my favorite
Yeah,
sport.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like the way
yeah.
this different. But hey, but you know what amazed me about both of these guys? To see point guards on the court. But then they'll have them guys around the 3 point thing, running the offense around them guys at the top. They run the offense, but they kind of doing similar things. They run the offense with them centers around the center. Not saying they can't get down low and do what they do, but sometimes they run the offense through them around the 3-point range and then work their way in if need be. But
I
they
agree.
kind of both on the offense kind of ran a little similar.
I agree. You can even argue that the Rockets' success this season is because they run the offense through Segun, just like Denver relies on Joker for
Mm-hmm.
everything. So right now, Joker is the GOAT. He's still the GOAT of that style, but
Yeah.
Segun is he on his way. He's the second version of it. It's an exciting time for basketball and big man basketball. So if you're a big man, you ain't got to always go shoot threes, man. Pay attention to these dudes' game. Emulate their games. This is how
Mm-hmm.
basketball is supposed to be played. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Ah,
This game last night.
yeah.
Uh, the Nuggets beat the Rockets. It was an overtime game because of the refs. Final score was 128, 125. Joker led the Nuggets. He had his 12th triple double, 39 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Jamal Murray, he did what Jamal Murray do. He had 35 points. But our guy, Segun, he had a triple double. It was the first one of the season. He had 33 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. It was a tight game back and forth, but the refs, man, it was terrible. Ime Udoka should have had way more text than he had. And I know it was sad.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the refs. It's a shame that they played somewhat of a part in this game, especially at the end of the game. I mean, you got to let stuff like that unfold, man. A guy running, trying to come out of a screen, he trip over his own feet, and then you send them to the line to tie the game up. Versus them shooting their way out. They already had the last shot, Anyway, to see what they can do on that last shot, you kind of take away from the game and the intensity of the game when you just a guy just blatantly trip over his own feet and you call a foul on that. That was just horrible calling at the end.
Yeah, that
And
was
along with the other bad calls they did throughout the game. So
Yeah, I'm not saying Denver couldn't have won the game, but that was just the worst officiated game I've seen in a long time. And
hmm
I'm not saying they was obviously going for Denver. I'm not gonna say that. It was just some bad calls. Both ways. It was some bad calls.
yeah, it was.
But
Well,
it
a
it,
lot
it,
of
it hurt the Rockets in the end because most of the calls went against them was in the overtime at the end.
And then even in the right in the fourth quarter, a lot of calls, a lot of we had to earn our shots at the end because our Segun and a lot of guys they was getting beat up down there. We might hit the bucket, but we didn't get the N one. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times he got beat up right up under the goal, laying the ball up and everything. Had to go up get second rebounds and all kind of stuff. Him and Amon, and they get hit again, but they don't get the N one. They just get the bucket or just get the rebound and have to dish it back out. So I think we got the short end of the stick on a lot of those calls. But it still was a good game
It was a
in
great game.
totality.
It was a great game. I mean, I see the offense running through Sagoon. I wish I don't know who it is, but I know it's not KD. I wish they let him be a little bit more involved in the end. I know we running through LP right now, but he still got
Hmm.
to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's a learning curve for him. You know what I'm saying? That last 3-pointer that he shot wasn't a great shot. You know what I'm saying? He had 6 seconds. He rushed it. You know what I mean?
Right. And at the end, when they start playing, Luca and Segun start playing like a little going back and forth with each other. I
You mean
think
you mean you mean you mean Joker, not Luca.
yeah, Joker. When Joker and Segun start going back and forth, going bucket for bucket. I see Denver did a great job of feeding they guy, but I think at the end we didn't do a good job of feeding Segun. Let him come back and get that get back on a couple of plays. I think when Joker went out there, put a bucket on Segun, Segun come back, shoot a bucket on him. Joker come down and shoot a three. I think Segun was wide open for the three. Shoot, dish it back to the man and let him try to get his get back, man.
Well,
That made it interesting basketball.
I'm gonna end it like this, man, and go get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Rockets fan or a Denver Nuggets fan, your team is in good hands. You know what I'm saying? This is you got two of the top players in the league playing center, and in the NBA, I thought basketball was always about tall people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And the percentages is very high for both of these teams to make it to the finals. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad Houston got one. You know,
And
we ain't got no Kelvin Cato no more. You know what I'm saying?
with what I'm seeing right now, because I had pretty much abandoned basketball for a minute. because it wasn't exciting to me to watch. You know what I'm saying? You had star players on the bench. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't looking good. Now, with the way basketball is right now, at least from what I'm seeing with our Western teams, I ain't been keeping up with the East, but I definitely been keeping up the West because that's what I've been doing. The West is the best. That's what I've been keeping up with them Western teams. And to me, that's what's making basketball more kind of exciting to me from what I'm seeing on my Western side.
That's a bet. Well, look, man. If it's your first time, don't make it your last time. You gotta subscribe to get notified. I'm Simbo,
I am CL.
and we all famous.
Acer, no chaser.